Welcome to Brainbox. So in present session we are going to discuss about how to write a chemical formula for a given compound. Right? Now to write a chemical formula, first you need to understand the difference between the ions. Right? So in the previous session we have discussed like ions we can have of different types, means that they are monoatomic or polyatomic. Now again let us see if the ions are monoatomic, then in that basically that ions are charged species. Now those charged species can be either positively charged or even they can be negatively charged also. So the monoatomic ions are polyatomic, whatever it may be, they can be positively charged or else they can be even negatively charged also. Okay, let's say if our ion is a positively charged species. Now if the given ion is positively charged species, we are going to call it as cation, and the negatively charged species will be called as anion. Okay, so the different terminology what we'll use when we are writing a chemical compound or formula of a compound is that we'll be using the words cation, we'll be using the word anion, or sometimes we will be using that it is polyatomic ion. So polyatomic ion can be either again it can be cation or it can be anion, and even in the monoatomic also we can have a cation or we can have a anion. For example, I'll give you examples of both which are monoatomic first. Right, see, you have Na plus, okay, Mg plus 2, Al plus 3, all these are what? Cations, where charge is positive. So the magnitude of charge here is only 1 unit, here 2 units of positive charge and 3 units of positive charge. Okay, then if at all we say anions, again the condition is that they should be monoatomic. So Cl minus, Br minus, O minus 2, N minus 3, like this. Okay, and whenever we call this, we have to call it as sodium ion, magnesium ion, aluminium ion. The names of this we just will call with their names only: sodium ion, magnesium ion and aluminium ion. But whenever we are representing the names of anions, they must end with the name IDE. Right? For example, chlorine. We will not be calling it as chlorine, we will be calling it as chloride ion. And what is the name of this? Br minus? Br minus should be called as bromide ion. So the names will be like this. Cl minus is chloride ion, and the name of the another one will be called as bromide ion. Similarly, this is called as oxide ion. Okay, chloride ion is your Cl minus, bromide ion is your Br minus, and similarly oxide ion is O minus 2. And in the same way, what we can call the nitrogen? Nitrogen, the ion of nitrogen must be called as nitride ion. Okay, and we will represent it as minus 3. So from this all, what do you understand? The names of anions must be always end with the name IDE. Okay, whatever may be the ion, they have to end with IDE, and this will be possible and we will be used all monoatomic anions. Okay, now we will go about the polyatomic anions. If at all we need to discuss about the polyatomic anions, in the polyatomic anions we should have more than. So let's discuss now about polyatomic ions. Now again in the polyatomic ions also we can have cations as well as anions. Right? So first thing, cations. You can have it like NH4 plus, PH4 plus, okay, R OH3 plus. All these are what? Polyatomic ions, that which are cations, right? You see here, one atom of nitrogen, 4 atoms of hydrogen together is giving a charged species which is positive in nature, and we call this as ammonium ion. And here there is one common terminology what we can observe while we are writing about we are writing the names of polyatomic cations is that IUM, right? What is the name of ammonium ion? It is actually derived from ammonia, hence we call it as ammonium ion. And similarly, this we have derived it from paspine, so we call it as pasponium ion, okay, and it is actually derived from water, so we have to call it as oxonium ion. So the common thing what we see in all polyatomic ions, that to polyatomic cations, is that we will call them or will end the name of the compound with IUM, right? Ammonium, pasponium, like this. Similarly, we now will go with anions, right? So when we are writing polyatomic anions, the examples are PO4 minus 3, or similarly SO4 minus 3, and SO here minus 2, SO3 minus 2, like this. And the common ending what we will get for these is ATE or ITE. Okay, now it is what we call this as phosphate ion, phosphate ion, and this is called as sulfate, PHATE. So you can see the ATE letter which is common for the all, so it is called as sulfate ion. And you see the third one here, this is called as sulfite ion. Okay, and similarly, if at all we have written NO3 minus, the NO3 minus will be called as nitrate ion. Okay, so these are all the names of compound polyatomic ions what you have to understand, right? And once you learned about all these ions, then you are ready to write the name of a compound, right? And after learning the ions, means whether the given ions are cations or anions, monoatomic or polyatomic, the one more concept what you should learn to write a chemical formula of a compound is valency. So what you should learn? Valency of given ion. So valency can be defined for a cation or anion. So what is the valency? Valency is nothing but combining capacity. So combining capacity of given atom, right? And for example, if at all we have taken the element hydrogen, the combining capacity of hydrogen is 1, and similarly the combining capacity of oxygen is 2. In the sense, oxygen can combine at a time with 2 atoms of any element whose valency is 1. Okay, and hydrogen can combine at a time with 1 atom of any element whose valency is 1. Means any atom, means for example, combining capacity or valency of a given atom is 3, for example. Then what do you understand by that? The given element whose valency is 3, for example, I will take that nitrogen. Nitrogen's valency is 3. Then what do you understand from that? Nitrogen can combine with any other element which is having one valency with 3 atoms of that element. Right? If the opposite element which is combining with nitrogen, if the valency of that element is 1, how many atoms can combine with nitrogen? 3 atoms of that element. In the sense, for example, hydrogen valency is 1 and nitrogen valency is 3. Then from this, how many nitrogens can combine with 1 atom of hydrogen? Means you cannot say this because the valency of nitrogen is more than the valency of hydrogen. Then asking the question like how many hydrogens can combine with 1 atom of nitrogen is a good question. Now check how many hydrogens can combine with 1 atom of nitrogen, means that is 3, because the combining capacity of nitrogen is 3, right? Similarly, so combining capacity of chlorine is also 1. Right? Now, if H and Cl combines to form a compound, the formula of hydrogen chloride is HCl. Okay. Similarly, if H and O combines to form a compound, see, 2, its combining capacity is 2. Hence, the oxygen can combine at a time with two hydrogen atoms. Hence, the formula of this combination is what? H2O. It is water. Similarly, nitrogen with hydrogen, if at all we want to combine, how many atoms of hydrogen can combine with nitrogen? Means it is 3. Means always atoms combine with another atoms based on their combining capacity. So I'll write the examples what we have discussed so far. That HCl, okay, then another one NH3 and another one H2. Okay, see, the combining capacity of this and this is 1, and here combining capacity is 3, this is 1. Means what you did to form the compound, you just have cross multiplied. Means the valency of this is taken as a number here, the valency of this is taken as a number here. And what is the valency of oxygen? Valency of oxygen is 2 and the valency of hydrogen is 1. Then to form a compound between the 2 atoms, what you did? You have just taken the cross multiplication method, right? Means here the oxygen's valency is 2 but the opposite element's valency is 1, hence you will take only 1 atom of oxygen. But for hydrogen, the opposite element's valency is 2, hence you need 2 atoms of hydrogen to combine. Okay, have a look.